No matter your age, you know the feeling of a pulled muscle and how disruptive it can be in your daily life, especially if it's in your back. You can't do anything. Well, depending on the cause of your back pain, treatment options can vary. Dr. James Abe, a physician at EvergreenHealth Sport and Spine Care, joins me now to discuss treatment options. Now, I know there are a variety of things that can be going on with your back. So let's just start with what kind of conditions can cause back pain.
Yeah, well, thanks for having me.
Yes.
So one of the most common causes for back pain is just a sprain or a strain in one of the muscles in the back.
Okay.
So sometimes when we do activities that we're not quite used to, or when we pick up a weight that's a little bit heavier than we're used to, we just kind of strain one of the big muscles in the back, and that can cause back pain.
Okay.
Other common cause for back pain is that you can get a herniated disc, meaning that the structures between the bones in your spine, which are disc, they can kind of squirt outwards and cause excruciating back pain. And that's a very common cause of back pain.
Okay.
Other common causes are fractures. And then also you can have something called spinal stenosis, where you have narrowing around the nerves in your back, and that can also cause back pain.
Oh, that's awful. Okay, well, let's talk about, like, what do you do for a strain real quick?
Yeah, so strain, a lot of times the kind of mainstays, see physical therapy, kind of work on core strengthening, sometimes taking a little relative break from activities that are excruciating that pain, exacerbating that pain. But a lot of times physical therapy is a really effective treatment.
And then, like, for me, like, I know this person once who did a high jump at UW when they really shouldn't have. And so they did like ice and heat alternating. And, it helped. But I understand that when it comes to, more insistent pain, that's when you know you really have a problem, like a herniated disc, right?
Yeah.
So what are some of those symptoms that need to maybe come see Dr. Abe immediately?
Yeah. So if you're having prolonged pain, so let's say you have pain that's lasting more than like 4 or 6 weeks and not getting better, then that would be something that's concerning.
Okay.
Also, really excruciating pain that's not getting better, just simple over-the-counter medications such as Tylenol or ibuprofen, that would be concerning. You have any kind of trauma, such as if you're involved in a motor vehicle crash, or if you're falling from something like a ladder, definitely see medical care. Other things is if you're waking up in the middle of the night with really bad pain, that's concerning. If you're noticing that you have any like weakness in your leg or any numbness in your leg or any pain going down your leg, that's concerning for something more than a simple back sprain or strain.
Okay, so if it's going down your leg, then you're like, okay, that's a problem. What about like abdominal pain? I've had some friends mention that like it can even hurt their stomach. Yeah,
so definitely if you're noticing that's going from not just the back but somewhere else, definitely seek medical care.
Okay, all right. Can I ask you, I've heard, and I remember when after having children, I would have this pain and it would get me back and go down my leg, and everyone said, that's sciatic pain, that's sciatic pain. Can you explain to us what that means? Because I think people just toss that term around a lot.
Yeah. So that means it's kind of going back to that disc herniation talking about earlier, is that sometimes that herniated disc or that disc touch one of the nerves in the spine, and when it pinches or irritates the nerve in the spine, it basically will cause pain going down that nerve. And that can cause pain going down various distributions of the leg. And then kind of sciatica is kind of the catch-all term for pain going down the leg.
Oh, okay. See, that's good to know. All right. Well, see, and that's when we should be coming to see you, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So, what treatment options are there? I know there's surgical, obviously, for some of these, but some non-surgical as well. Why don't you share some of those with us?
Yeah. So, usually the first thing we kind of try is physical therapy.
Okay.
So, physical therapy for most back pain is a very, very effective treatment.
Okay.
Kind of working on the biomechanics, kind of talking with patients about kind of how they live the day-to-day. Kind of working on ergonomics can really help with back pain.
Okay.
Other things that could be pretty helpful is medications. Aside from just simple over-the-counter medications, there are really effective medications that are not opiates and aren't addictive that can really help with back pain.
With pain. Oh, okay. That's good to know. All right.
And then sometimes we have to use interventions when those more conservative treatments don't work.
Okay.
So such as maybe doing a steroid injection in the back, sometimes to help with the pain.
Yeah.
And then also doing some type of a procedure where you target a certain nerve that supplies a painful structure, and by targeting that nerve, that can really help with back pain. So a lot of times we have to see patients and kind of do that workup to figure out what the most effective treatment is for that.
I mean, it's amazing. All the things that you've mentioned today, I also know, is massage one of them?
Massage can help for sure.
Oh, that's legit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right, see? I need to go get a massage. It's for my back. Wow, there are so many wonderful things that I've learned from you today, and it's good to know there's so much you can do to alleviate this pain in our lives. Is there anything you would say to people if they're suffering right now?
Yeah, so I work in EvergreenHealth. We have 3 very convenient locations, one in Monroe, one in Cannon Park, one in Kirkland. And if you at all feel like you have something that's more complicated than a simple back pain, I would definitely recommend people kind of seek out care, and we can kind of work it up.
Don't suffer.
Exactly.
Don't suffer. Come in and see this fine doctor. Thank you so much, Dr. Abe.
Well, thanks for having me again.
All right. Well, if you are experiencing back pain and you would like to get in contact with Evergreen Health, just visit the website you see right there on your screen.
This portion of New Day Northwest is sponsored by EvergreenHealth.